Alright, welcome back. Time to continue with the Italian platoon, and today I'll be driving the M36B1. Now, this platoon has some very interesting shell types. The M36 has HEATSF, which is really ridiculous for low tier, as you will see in this video. But it has a very good gun, 90mm. It is fairly fast, definitely slower than the M18, but 41 km/h is decent, and the reverse is, I guess, usable. Penetration on this gun is decent, and the armor, well, the armor is okay. It has a open turret, which means that any high explosive shell will basically cripple this vehicle. So this tank is kind of a sniper. Definitely a vehicle that likes to use cover, and a long-range vehicle. The accuracy of the gun is also fairly decent, but overall the main thing on this tank store is the gun and the ammo. It uses HEATSF on tier 3 or tier 4 actually, which is, I think, the earliest HEATSF shell that you can get at the moment. But yeah, fantastic gun and a fantastic shell. So let's see how this thing will perform in combat. Now, they have changed the Vietnam map, and they have added and removed some of the spots early on, and also have messed up the drivers again. So yeah, the frame rate will improve as the match progresses, but not exactly. And one important thing, they have removed the grass in sniper mode, which is something that I have been waiting for a very long time. Now I can properly aim, and I don't have to reduce the graphics. This is something that I have been waiting for a very long time. Now I can enjoy the graphics, and I can aim properly. So, as I mentioned on the start, this vehicle is a kind of a sniper. It has decent armor, but it has an open turret, and if it has an open turret, you can't really rely on the armor. So stealth and long range, although it can definitely bounce on shells, but Now on the ammo, I swapped to HEATSF. This is literally one of the more powerful shells in this tier, and while these vehicles are very similar to the other M18 and other M36B1, these vehicles do get different shells, and honestly, a different shell does make a big difference when it comes to the tank performance. HEATSF is wild on this tier, and I think the BMP type vehicle that you get at tier 4, also premium by the way, also has HEATSF, but I haven't been using it that much. But this HEATSF seems to be quite the lethal one, because I have been using it, and I can definitely tell you that this shell type on this vehicle, on this gun, is definitely kinda nasty. Does have fantastic penetration. That was a Tiger. Well, it still is a Tiger. I also have APC-BC. It is the explosive APC-BC, which I use when I have to penetrate some light armored vehicles, and when I'm shooting through cover. You can't use HEATSF through cover or any cover, because the shell will detonate upon impact and you will do basically no damage to the target. So definitely to have some AP shells alongside APC-BC is a very important thing. The other shell type is APCR, and honestly I don't trust APCR in War Thunder, so I'm not using it. But on this vehicle, HEATSF is definitely the best, and then you also have APC-BC, which does have some decent penetration. It's able to go through, there we go. It's able to kill Tiger tanks, able to penetrate most of the vehicles, which makes this a pretty nasty tank. While the M18 can be used in a more active way by, active play, moving forward and driving around, this vehicle is more passive. It is a vehicle that is good for a ambush, as you can see. Positioning is very important as well. Exactly what I'm doing here. This is a very good position, a very nasty sniping position where you can intercept most of the vehicles that are trying to flank you, or even vehicles that are attempting to basically rush forward. You can intercept them and just kill them before they can do anything. Well, I'm surprised that that tank wasn't destroyed in one hit. Should have been a one-hit kill, honestly, but I guess not. And we have a HEATSF. Now the HEATSF might be a problem. The side armor on this vehicle isn't the best, and you can penetrate the HEATSF from the front quite easily. I think I'll swap to HEATSF in a second. Okay, I moved, or the HEATSF would have killed me. But I killed the HEATSF, so all good. Side armor, I mean, it's basically a Sherman hull on this vehicle, and you can expect Sherman. I mean, yeah, it looks kind of like a Sherman, although it isn't. The HEATSF did hit my engine, and it did do minimal damage on the engine. Just did set the tank on fire, but besides that, no other damage done. The fuel tank has been destroyed, but this tank can live without that. Okay, that was a nice hit on the side. Again, I use AP and I use APC, BC and HEATSF side by side basically. The shells have, each one of these shells has a purpose, so using both is a very smart idea. Basically, against heavily armored vehicles, HEATSF will do wonders. Against lightly armored vehicles, and when you have to shoot through cover, the APC BC will do the job just fine. If you like APCR, well, you can use APCR. You have there's 3-4 different APCR shells. It's kind of insane how much ammo types these have. But I saw HEATSF and APC BC. I just took these two, basically the shells that I know that they're reliable, and basically the shells that I know work. But yeah, very surprised at the shell types that you get on this Italian platoon. It's actually really solid. Can't really complain about the shell performance. It's really good. The main gun on this monster is really good. The turret rotation speed is okay. I mean, it's not too fast, but not too slow. It's usable. And oh look, a Black Prince. He did penetrate, but did little damage because it's a Churchill, and I also have one more vehicle to my left. Now, how am I alive? I have absolutely no idea. I took 2 hits, one hit from the Churchill and the other hit from that tank over here, and somehow I'm still alive. They didn't penetrate my armor, and they did no damage, and it bounced again. Actually, I mean, the armor on this thing, I know that the armor on this thing isn't bad, but I actually expect it to be killed. Might happen. In any case, 7 kills is not bad. It's pretty decent, actually, I would say. And I did shoot, but nothing came out of my gun. That was kinda weird. That was honestly kinda weird. I think my teammate might kill the enemy tank. There we go. And I'm somehow alive, and well, it's a fail. Didn't win the match, but still, nonetheless, was pretty good. Was honestly a pretty good match. Can't really complain. I mean, this tank has potential to be quite fun, and that was a good match. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win, but you can't win every match, I guess. And let's go to the next one. So, what is my favorite vehicle of the Italian platoon? Well, honestly, all of the vehicles in the platoon are really nice. The Firefly is nice, the M18 is also really good, and this thing is also honestly very decent. So overall, generally, I would say very interesting and a very good platoon. You do get some interesting shell types for sure. I mean, the M18 in this platoon has a better shell than the M18 Hellcat on the tier 6 platoon with the T29, which is rank 6, tier 6. So yeah, you get better shells on that vehicle than on that one. Now, time to load some heat, and let's see how this IS loves heat. Yep, there we go. Wrecked. I mean, the ammo, this is the HEATSF in this tier is just pure evil, because it's just going to penetrate everything. There's nothing that it can't go through. It can even penetrate that Tiger 2 from the front, which is insane. Although I haven't seen a Tiger 2 yet, but it can punch through the Tiger's armor like it's nothing. Well, speaking of a Tiger, we have a Tiger H1. Now you have to be careful, since you know a Tiger will easily just go through your armor, so you have to be careful. But I can also go through its armor, even angled. So, even angled, it's very easy to just go through the Tiger's ammo to the armor and right in the ammo. That was a good explosion as well. That was also a good tank. What a good kill. HEATSF kind of also works like high explosive, and it just wrecks lightly armored vehicles like the Rattle 90 or 20. This position for this vehicle is decent. It can't shoot over the pipes over there, so you have to go over here, and since you do rely on range, you kind of don't have a lot of options really. You have to go and basically use this vehicle at long distances, because again, can't really rely on the armor. I mean, you can if you angle, but I wouldn't be relying on armor on this vehicle. That was a HEATSF, that was a good kill. It can easily just punch through the HEATSF's armor, even though both vehicles should be about the same tier, I believe, same rank. Actually no, the HEATSF is in the Tiger's platoon, which is a higher tier vehicle than this one. It should be. Another HEATSF. That was HEATSF in the lower plate, and let me shoot one more time. It should kill it, or yeah, there we go, it should kill it. Beautiful. It is so evil to have HEATSF in this tier, I don't know, it's just very evil to just have this shell type and to just be able to spam it. This tank can carry a lot of ammo. Sometimes the game just puts like 50 shells for no reason, and I just can't remove the number because I picked 16 shells, the game gives me 40, and that bug is still there. Somehow the bug reoccurs occasionally. Can be quite annoying, to be honest, especially when you don't want to use a lot of shells. In any case, let me try to capture zone A. No, there is no stabilizer on this thing. It's, you know, just a World War II vehicle with a very good gun and with advanced ammo. It's still, I cannot believe how fun the HEATSF is at low tier. It is a very nasty ammo type. It does have high explosive as well, but I don't really use it. I mean, why use high explosive when you have HEATSF? It's as easy as that. And I'll capture the base, because we still have to somehow win the match. Now this is the case where I swapped to the AP ammo, because with AP I can shoot through cover and right in the ammo of the IS. That was a good shot. This gun is really good. It does the job really well. Absolutely no complaints about the ammo. Now you have an open turret, so artillery shells and high explosive shells will kill the vehicle very easily. So one thing to keep in mind, you have to make sure that you move away if there is artillery, because open turrets and artillery doesn't go hand in hand. It is a very vulnerable vehicle to high explosive shells because of the open turret. Obviously, if a high explosive shell goes in, goodbye tank and goodbye crew basically. So one thing to keep in mind while driving this vehicle. It's definitely no bad vehicle, it's awesome. It honestly is a very good vehicle, but have to be careful with that open turret. But besides that, it's a honestly fun vehicle. No complaints from me at all. It might not be the fastest, but it definitely has... I think this is probably the second best main gun, and probably second best vehicle of the tier. And I would have to say it has definitely the best ammo out of all the vehicles in the Italian platoon. Definitely the best ammo, that's for sure. HEATSF is awesome when, well, of course, I mean, APFSDS is definitely better, but imagine if we had APFSDS in rank 3, rank 4. Yeah, it would be a bit overkill, wouldn't it? Maybe some vehicles do get that down the road, we will see. But for now, this is probably the best ammo that I've used so far in low tier. It makes this vehicle ridiculously fun and ridiculously playable. And I would say this platoon definitely now it feels like the grind for the platoon was worth it. But with that being said, was the M36B1, a very good tank destroyer and honestly probably the best shell type of the platoon. And well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.